Today we're going to be counting down the top 3 most likely rumours to come true in Spider-Man No Way Home. You want to see the top 3? Stay tuned. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be counting down the top 3 rumours to come true in Spider-Man No Way Home. But before we do get into that, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any videos as soon as they do come out. We cover all sorts of Spider-Man content, including movies, games, all of that kind of good stuff. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. In my number 3 spot, I have gone with the likelihood that Spider-Verse will be in this movie. And now a lot of people are going to say to me, Lewis, why is that not your number 1 pick? Because Spider-Verse has been plastered all over the rumours. However, I do think there are more likely rumours than this one, and I'll explain why. So when it comes to Spider-Verse, this has been plastered everywhere over the internet, saying that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be returning for Spider-Man No Way Home. And while it does look very likely that with this movie dealing with the multiverse, that those Spider-Men can show up in this movie, I don't think that it is a definite. Just because the villains of those previous movies are showing up in this movie, that does not mean that the Spider-Men from those universes are going to be making an appearance. While it does seem very likely, if you do include Jamie Foxx's Electro and Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, that does not mean that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to show up for definite. What it does mean is that this movie is going to be a multiverse movie, but that does not mean Spider-Verse. They are completely 2 different things, and I don't think that this is 100% confirmed just yet. However, the likelihood of this happening is still very, very high, which is why I have it at my number 3. My second spot, I have William Dafoe's Green Goblin being the main villain of the movie. This movie has been very secretive for a very long time, and a lot of people speculate that's because of the villains that this movie has, and the cast members and the plot lines that are going on in this film. And one of them being Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, and I really do think that this is very, very likely, even more likely than Spider-Verse, and I'll explain why. I think the reason this is more likely than Spider-Verse when it comes to guessing rumours is because we've already got confirmation that previous villains from previous movies are already making an appearance in this movie, including Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx, as I did mention before. Now, obviously, while this does confirm that the multiverse will include the Raimiverse and the Web Universe coming to the MCU, this obviously does not mean Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will come. However, what this does mean is that villains can cross from the universes to probably form the Sinister Six in this movie. And one of those villains could very likely be Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. There has been no references and no setup for Norman Osborn in the MCU thus far. Maybe they are just saving him for Willem Dafoe's interpretation of the character. And why not bringing back, when you're bringing back Alfred Molina, when you're bringing back Jamie Foxx, when you're reportedly bringing back the Lizard as well, bring back the Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1, one of the most successful Spider-Man villains on the screen to date. And my most likely rumour in my number 1 spot is going to be quite surprising to a lot of people. However, this was not a rumour that has been as widespread as the villain and multiverse Spider-Verse rumours. In fact, this rumour is probably one of the more quieter ones. However, I do think that where this movie is going with its plot and where Spider-Man seems to be heading up in the MCU, I do think this could be one of the more likely ones. And that is that someone will actually die at the end of the movie. Now, the way that this is going, it seems quite likely. Now, people are immediately going to think, well, if you're guessing Green Goblin's going to be in here, the Sinister Six, maybe MJ is going to die. However, I do not think that it will be MJ. If anyone, I do think the culprit to the death at the end of this movie will be none other than Happy Hogan. Now, Happy Hogan's character has been around since Iron Man 1, the first ever MCU film. And the reason that I think this is that the whole point of the first couple of MCU Spider-Man movies were all about Peter's coming of age and his separation from Tony Stark. If we look at Homecoming and Far From Home as examples, Peter is trying to stray himself away from Iron Man as much as he can. People asking him if he's going to be the next Iron Man. And no, he is going to be the next Spider-Man, or well, the first Spider-Man is the point of those movies. Is that, yes, he is in Tony's shadow, but he is slowly removing himself from that shadow and he's becoming his own man. And that is basically Peter's arc throughout the MCU thus far, and that is probably going to be rounded off in No No Way Home, and what a better way to do that to say goodbye to Tony's longest friend in Happy Hogan. I think this death makes the most logical sense. If you kill off Happy Hogan, that is his last tie to Tony Stark, and he has now finally removed himself from that shadow, and he is completely his own man. But they wouldn't just kill off Happy Hogan just so they could complete that character arc, no, because that would be dishonoring Happy's character. Also, it would affect Peter's character as well, since they have grown so closely in the last two movies. You can really see their relationship develop into Far From Home. Not only that, but it would have a heavy impact on Aunt May as well. Therefore, I do think this is the most logical death, but other deaths could include Ned Leeds, MJ, heck, even Betty Brant could die at the end of the movie. However, I don't think they'll kill off any of these characters, and will save them for sequels as well. Especially MJ, since obviously her character hasn't been explored that much, and probably with all the characters that we are getting in No Way Home, that her character might not have enough time to fully develop. And then also Ned Leeds, who will probably be set up for Hobgoblin at some point in MCU Spider-Man's future. But with that being said, those are my top 3 rumors. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me what you think the most likely rumor is. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new, and make sure to hit the bell next to subscribe button to miss no content as soon as it does come out on the channel. You'll be one of the first ones to watch videos as soon as they go out. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.